Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is David and in this video I'm gonna play a solo game of Star Wars The Clone Wars or Star Wars Pandemic, because this game uses the Pandemic system. So if you're already familiar with Pandemic, you might recognize some game elements. If not, no problem at all. I will teach the game while playing it. And when playing solo, you play the game as if you're playing with two players. So I'm controlling two of the Jedis, two of the heroes. But first we have to select which villain we're gonna face, and we have four options for that. Asajj Ventress, we have Count Dooku, General Grievous and Maul. But the suggestion for your first game is to play against the Asajj Ventress, so that's what we're gonna do in this video. Excuse me if I pronounce names incorrect. I'm Dutch, and also I'm not a really Star Wars fan. I like the movies, but I'm not really into it, so excuse me for that. And with this, Ventress will take the corresponding miniature. The miniatures come unpainted. I just gave them a quick color myself using some speed paint. So this is the villain we're fighting. She will start on the board, but we can kick her off the board. Therefore we need to do 3 damage to her and then she gets removed off the board. However, she has her own deck of cards. Each villain has its own deck of cards. This is a deck of 6 cards, and there are also cards in this deck that will have her return to the board. After every Jedi turn, it is the turn of the villain. First we have to do some side missions. When we completed the missions, then we can take on the grand finale and fight off the villain. Then I have to flip this card and then we'll see what happens next. For now, if the Ventress is on a mission planet, I have to advance the threat. The threat is over here. If I ever should reach the final space of the threat track, then we have lost the game. So I don't want the threat to go down. And usually the villain cards and the villain deck is placed on top of the board, but to prevent me from having to reach out every time, I will put the cards, in this case, simply here at the bottom. The same goes for the invasion deck. There are a lot of droids coming onto the board in this game. We have to fight them off. Because if we run out of droids and we have to place a droid on the board, but we can't because the supply is empty, for each droid we cannot place, we'll have to put the threat down 1 space. Also, when there are 3 droids on one planet and I have to add another droid, then that droid is not added to the planet, but instead also the threat goes down by 1 and there will be a blockade on the planet. When there's a blockade on the planet, I need to do 2 damage to it to destroy it. But as long as this blockade is on the planet, I cannot attack any droids, any villain, or trying to complete one of the missions. So then I have to remove this one first. There are only 3 of them. And also if I have to place a blockade, but there are no more blockades in the supply, the threat goes down by 1. Then there's the invasion deck. Also on top of the board, there we will put the invasion cards. For now I will keep them over here so I don't have to reach over the board every time. This will decide where the droids are placed on the board. There are also 2 special cards that will put a droid on the current mission markers. And we're starting the game right away with filling up the board with droids. Therefore we take the top 2 cards of this invasion deck. And then we'll have to put 3 droids on every planet that we have drawn. So in this case 3 droids on Utapau. And we'll have to put 3 droids on Rhodia. And what I like about these cards is there's a small map on the right side, so you can check where that planet should be on the map. Then we'll have to draw another 2 cards. There we will put 2 droids on the planet. So 2 droids on Coruscant. I don't know, sorry. That is over here. And we have to put 2 droids on the ROM. Over here. And then finally we take 2 more cards. There we put 1 droid on the board. Moncala. All the way over there. And then we have the final one. Sorry. On Rishi. And that final card also decides where the villain will start. So Asajj Ventress will start also on Rishi. And these go to the discard pile. Now it's time to choose our heroes to play with. There are 7 heroes to choose from, each with their own special ability, and I will randomly select 2 of them to play with this game. So let's see who we will get. We'll have Luminara Unduli. That is this one. And we will have Obi-Wan Kenobi. So these are returned to the box. Better luck next time. And I will put Obi-Wan Kenobi on my left and Luminara on my right. The game is for up to 5 players, so there are 5 reference cards. Each player will get 1 reference card, showing them the 4 actions they can do when it's their turn. But also, on the other side, it will tell where the hero Jedi will start. So Obi-Wan Kenobi will start with the true droids on Coruscant, I don't know. And then we'll have Luminara, and she will start on Kashyyyk, over there. Then both players will get 3 cards from the squad deck. And these cards will help us to move across the planet, do attacks, maybe block some damage, and there are some special cards that give special actions. Obi-Wan Kenobi has 1 red card that will help him add a success when he's doing an attack on the planet he's on, and he has 2 blue cards that will double a flight from a planet. The artwork on the cards is all different, but each red card is the same, each blue card is the same. For the red cards there's also a purple card that will give you 1 success to an attack. Yellow cards will block you when you get damage, and then there are those special cards. And you can keep the cards face up in front of you, because this is a fully cooperative game. And Luminari has also 2 of these flight cards and 1 purple card that will give her 1 success to an attack on her planet. At any time during the game, a player can have at most 7 cards in his hand, in his area. Should I get an 8th card, I have to immediately discard 1. Then we're almost ready, except for the missions we have to play. And this also determines how easy the game is you're gonna play. For the most easy game you will add 3 missions to the mission department. If you want to be a Jedi Knight, you will have to add 4 cards. With 5 you're a Jedi Master, and with 6 or more you're even a Jedi Grandmaster. Well, let's go for the Jedi Knight, so the game won't take too long for you to watch. So we'll add 4 missions. And 2 of them will already be revealed. So we'll start with the orange mission. And for that mission we need to go to Roya. So I'll put the marker over there, where it's nice with 3 droids already. Now the players need to get to Rodai and do 7 damage on that planet. And they can only add the purple cards, so this one, to add to their success, so not the red ones. And also when completed the mission they will get 1 damage, that's that symbol over there. When we're gonna attempt a mission or do an attack, we're gonna roll a die that has either successes on them, also some damage, or maybe even a blank. So when you do an attack, you roll the die and then you can add cards, in this case only the purple cards, to add successes to your dice roll. But it also said when we're trying to attempt this mission, we roll the die twice and use the total results. So that's mission number 1. And our second mission is Citadel Rescue in Lola Sayu. So that's over here. And when completed, the current Jedi draws 1 squad card. We have to do 7 damage to the mission. We'll get 2 damage in return, but this time we can add both red and purple cards to get to the 7 we need. And once we complete that mission, we can take new mission and activate that one. Immediately when we complete all 4 missions, we flip over the villain card, and that will tell us what to do for the final setup and how we can defeat the villain. So we are ready to start. We have this token that can help reminding that the villain may have a special ability activated when it's her turn. So in this case, if Ventress is on a mission planet, advance the threat. So during this game, I want to make sure that she will never be on a mission planet when it's her turn. And then finally, I have this token that's used in solo play to keep track on which one is the active Jedi. Let's start with Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obi-Wan Kenobi has a free action, special ability, draw 4 squad cards, then place 3 of them on the bottom of the deck in a random order. So I get 1 card for free every turn. And I'm very good in forgetting about those special abilities. Let's hope it will be okay for this game. And the special ability of Luminara, a free action, draw 2 squad cards, then either discard 1 of them or give it to another Jedi on your planet. So both of them get free cards every turn, which is nice. When it's your turn, you get to do 4 actions. First you have to ready all your cards, because if you use a card you have to exhaust it, and you cannot use it again until it's your turn again. And at the start of your turn you will ready all cards. Player turn is also here on the board. And after that you can take 4 actions, and those actions are also on this reference card. You can fly. For 1 action point you can move 1 planet that has a line between them. You can roll the attack die, rolling successes and or damage. You can reinforce. For 1 action you can take 1 card from the squad deck, or we can attempt a mission. And when the 2 Jedis are together on 1 planet, they can help with the attack by exhausting cards in the color that is needed. For both missions, purple cards can help. So I think it's a good idea to get some cards, but also we will need to remove some droids. I never want to have 3 droids on a single planet. But where I'm standing there are also 2 droids, so I might want to attack these straight away. But first let's do my special action, my special ability. I get to draw 4 cards from the deck. Here's a yellow card. I even have 2 of them. And again, the artwork is different, but the cards are exactly the same. Prevent 1 damage to a Jedi on your planet. If you get damage, you'll have to discard 1 of your cards to the discard pile. But if you have a yellow card, you can exhaust the yellow card, and it prevents you from discarding a card. But like I said, we need purple cards, so I will take the purple card instead. And these one get shuffled in random order back to the draw pile on the bottom. For my first action, I will attack these 2 droids, so I will roll the die. Perfect. 2 successes, no damage, so 2 droids will be removed from the board. That was action 1. For action 2, I will move, and I will use this card, double a flight from your planet, limit 1 space per flight. So I'll take a flight and I exhaust this card because I have used it. So instead of 1, I can move 2 spaces. For my third action, I take a normal move. I am on the mission planet, but I'm not able to complete the mission because I need 7 attack, and this die will only give me 2 success at most, or 3 success at most. Although for this mission we can roll the die twice, but I don't think that will be enough. Instead I will attack also there the droids, so I'll roll the die. Only 1 success, so I will exhaust a red card. And that will add 1 success to an attack on your planet. So instead of 1 we have 2 successes. So we remove 2 droids. If the villain is on the mission planet, or that blockade is on the mission planet, then we cannot attempt the mission. If there are only droids on the mission, that is no problem, we can attempt the mission. But those were my 4 actions, so now it's the time to activate the villain. Therefore we take the top card of the draw deck of the villain. And that says Ventress on the board. Check, she's on the board. Move the Ventress 1 planet toward the closest mission. Both of the mission tokens are 3 steps away from her. So now I get to choose which mission she will go to. And let's get her over here. No, I will set her over here, because sometimes she will move and then do damage to all the Jedis that are on the same planet or adjacent. So if she is over here, then she's not adjacent to Obi-Wan Kenobi at least. And also Ventress off board, that's not the case, then we have to put her back onto the board, but not for now. Then we have to invade the planets. We have an invasion track over there. Currently number 2 is activated, so we have to draw the top 2 cards from the invasion deck, and we have to place 1 droid on each of those planets. So 1 goes on Ord Mantell, over here, and 1 goes on Naboo, that is over here. And these go to the discard pile. Then it's the next Jedi's turn, that would be Luminara Unduli. And maybe I should always start with my free action, just so I don't forget. Draw 2 squad cards, then either discard 1 or give it to another Jedi on your planet. But there's no... Oh, maybe. In that case, I maybe should move first. Yeah, let's do that. Rewind. I will move first and I will use a Venator card, a blue movement card, just in case. So for 1 action I get to move 2 spaces. Now I will draw 2 cards, because now if I don't want it, I will keep the purple card myself, and the blue card I don't discard, but I will give it to Obi-Wan Kenobi, just in case he can use it. Now that I'm on the mission planet, I can add purple cards to the mission. That is 2 for me, and Obi can help because he's on the same planet, and he has 1 purple card, so together we can add 3 success to the die roll. However, we need 7 success, so we need to roll 4 successes, but we can roll the die twice. You know what? Let's give it a try. Or I can take an action to draw a card, and hopefully it's a purple one. Let's do that. I will draw 1 card. And it's a purple one. Hooray! I can even draw another, because... So, 1 action was to get there. Free action, 2nd action drawing a card. Let's draw another card, just because we can. It's a special card, that is always good. This card on a mission planet adds 2 success to a mission attempt or attack on the mission planet. Nice. That's a good one to have. And now as my last action, we will try to complete the mission. So we need 7 successes. Let's hope we don't have to use the special card right away. So that is 2 success. And I have to roll another gun. That is also 2 success, so we get 4 success. We need 3 more to complete the mission. I can do that by myself by exhausting these 3 purple cards. Now I have 7 success. That means the mission is completed, but I will get 1 damage from the mission itself. So I have to discard 1 card from my area. It can be a card I've already used, so I discard this blue card to the discard pile. But our first of 4 missions is completed, and that means immediately we will reveal the next mission, the Mandalore plot. So we move the mission marker to Mandalore, and that is good because it's close to each other. When completed, move all Jedi on Mandalore to Coruscant. Okay. Those were my 4 actions, so now it's the villain phase again. We'll take the top card of the villain deck. Ventress on the board. Yes, roll the die. Move Ventress 1 planet per success symbol towards the closest mission. That's the white mission. So roll the die once. Oops. I rolled 2 successes. So the Ventress will move 2 spaces towards the closest mission. She is now on the mission planet, so I need to kick her off before it's her turn again, otherwise our threat will go down by 1. Then each Jedi on her planet or a connected planet suffers 1 damage, but fortunately we are far enough away. Then we'll have to invade planets again. We take the top 2 cards of the invasion deck and we'll put 1 droid on Tatooine. And we'll put 1 droid on Christophsis over here. And then it's the next Jedi's turn. He will, at the start of his turn, ready all his cards. Obi-Wan Kenobi can fly a lot, but we don't have any use for blue cards for the missions. So I might want to get rid of them somehow. Let's start with my free action, drawing 4 cards from the squad deck. Only to keep 1. I see 1 special, I see 1 shield, but also red cards. So I'm either going to keep a red card or I'm going to take 1 of the special cards. This card, move 1 Jedi to any planet. So we have a teleportation card. No, we both have those blue cards. I think I want the red card more than move the Jedi any place. Because these red cards I want to use straight away. Because I'm going to attack the Ventress on the board. She needs to be off the board before it's her turn. So for my first action, I will fly 2 spaces. 1, 2. Now, I don't care about a single droid on a planet, so for my second action I will move over here. For my third action I will attack the Ventress. I need to do, and that's different for each villain, for this villain we need to do 3 damage. That's already 2 damage. I will exhaust my purple card to make it 3 damage, and then the Ventress is off the board. And now I have 1 action left, so I'll just draw another card from the pile. Ooh, another purple card. Then it's the villain's turn. Oh, and this is the worst card in the deck. All 4 villains have this card in the deck, because we have to advance the invasion marker 1 space. We're still on 2, but the next time it will go to 3, and then we have to draw 3 cards from the invasion deck. We have to draw the bottom card of the invasion deck, and then we put 3 droids on it. So they go on Sullust. But here comes the problem. Now we have to take the discard pile from the invasion deck, give it a good shuffle, and we put this one on top of the draw deck. And now we are in some danger, because there are now 2 planets that still have 3 droids on them. So if one of the cards I have to draw next is Sullust or Utapau, I will have to move the threat marker down and there will be a blockade on the planet. And if I'm very unlucky, and that wouldn't be the first time, I will draw those 2 cards right away. These go on top of the draw pile. Let's see what we get first. On the run. Okay. Fine for now, but there are also now 3 droids on this planet, so we need to clear that ASAP. And we get 1 droid on Ord Mantell. Okay. We survived 1 round without having to lower the threat. So these go to the discard pile. And this card goes to the discard pile of the villain. Okay. Now it's Luminara's turn again, so she can ready her cards. The question is, are we gonna do the mission? I think not, because I want to get rid of these 2 planets full of droids, because those cards are still here on the draw deck. So we have to clear this over here. So as my first action, I will move to Utapau. I use the flight to make a double move. Then I will, just in case, draw as free action, draw 2 cards and discard 1. Another flight card or a shield. And I think I'll take the shield because we're gonna do some attacks right now. So as my second action, I will attack all 3 droids on that planet. I roll 2 successes. I will tap one of my purple cards. So we have 3 success and all 3 droids are removed. Then as my third action, I will move to Sullust, and as my fourth action, I will attack again. Only 1 success, but I can exhaust 2 more purple cards to make that 3 successes. So all 3 droids are off the board, and we are safe for now regarding the Invade Planet deck. Now it's the villain turn again. Ventress on the board. No, she is not. So this card does not activate. And that is why it's nice to have her off the board, because some cards do nothing. Another invasion. 1 droid goes to Rishi. So now we get all cards we have already seen. And 1 droid goes to Christophsis. Over there. Then it's Obi-Wan Kenobi. Ready all his cards. He already has 7 cards. So if I draw another card, I will have to remove one of the other cards. I am on the mission planet. It's the white one, but I need to do 7 damage. I can add both red and purple cards, but I need 3 successes. Or I can clear up some droids in the meantime, or we can try to complete the mission. Yes, I want to try to complete the mission, but first I'm going to draw cards. Maybe I get another purple or red card. So I get to draw 4 cards. There's purple, there's red. I will keep 1. For now it doesn't matter if it's purple or red, so I'll take the red one. These get shuffled underneath the draw pile. Now I have 8 cards, so immediately I have to remove one of those. And of course I will remove one of these. So now I can add 5 successes to my attack roll. So I only need to roll 2 successes. And of course I can try the same action again, so I have 4 attempts to clear this mission. So we need 7 success, 2 success on the die. That is 1. So this attempt fails for action 2. There we are. 2 success. I will exhaust all 5 of my attack cards, going to 7 success. But this will do some damage. This is the white one. So I get 1 damage from the die, plus 2 damage from the mission, so 3 damage total. I will have to discard 3 of my cards. I will discard 2 of the blue ones. And I have this one. That is unfortunately. However, when completed, the current Jedi draws 1 squad card. So I can refill up to 1 card right away. Ooh, it's a special one, the Bad Batch. This card deal 2 damage on your planet. Nice, we can use that with the mission, or maybe even with the final end confrontation. These are still exhausted. So we can reveal the final mission. At least the final mission before we can go to the grand finale. Darkness on Umbara. When completed, each Jedi suffers 1 damage for each red card they contributed. And we need to do 6 damage on Umbara. That is over here. I don't put the droid there, I put the white marker over there. So we're still close to both of the missions. Those were 2 actions, so I have 2 actions left. I have 2 purple cards and Luminara has 3 purple cards. She can fly. 1, 2, 1. I think Luminara is gonna try to complete a mission. Of course, that's our main target. She can try to take on the white mission. So I'm gonna move. Oh, he can't help because his cards are still exhausted. He can help by discarding to deal 2 damage on your planet. Or do we want to save this one for later? What are we gonna do with Obi-Wan Kenobi? I'm gonna move him to Onderon. So in the next turn he can remove some droids over there before moving to the mission planet. Then it's the Villan's turn. Ventress on the board? No. However, as a second action, draw another Villan card. That's the last card of the Villan deck. Ventress on board? Nope, still off the board. Ventress off the board, place the Ventress on the planet, and that means the planet that is on top of the invasion discard deck, so she will return to the galaxy on Crest of Sis. And that's quite far away from the mission planet, relatively. So that's fine for now. Then we invade the planets. First one goes to Utapau. Over here, all clear. Good job. And Naboo. And Naboo is here. Only 2 droids on him. So the only place with 3 droids is over here. But Onderon will not be drawn in this session. And now the draw pile of the Ventress is empty. So I have to reshuffle the deck. And maybe when we draw that annoying card with adding the that has to reshuffle the discard pile, we'll put Onderon on top of the deck. Well, that's for later. Let's see what we're gonna do with her first. Ready all cards. We have 3 purple, a blue one and a special one. So we have room for 1 more card. She's not gonna get that mission on her own, although she has a +2 card. But I want to save this card for the grand finale, I think. I think we need to go to the mission planet with her. Yeah, let's do that. So we'll take the flight card to double or move. 1, 2. Second action, we're gonna attack those. Yeah, we're gonna attack those 2 droids. We don't hit anything. Maybe that was not the smartest move. I'm gonna get to the white mission. But that... Oh, of course, the mission has changed. So at the white mission, I can only use red and blue cards. I've just used my blue card. Purple has no use there. So I'm not going to be able to help on the white planet. So I will exhaust 2 of the purple cards to remove those 2 droids. They add up to the attack die. Now I have 2 actions left and I will already move towards the... And then I'm going to go to the orange mission. Get my free action, draw 2 cards and discard 1. So now we might need some more of the blue cards, so I can help on the Umbara mission. So I'll add this card to my active cards. Now I have 7 cards, which is the maximum allowed. Then it's the Villan phase. Only 6 cards. The draw deck is empty, so we'll have to reshuffle. And we'll put on this. Oh, there we go. Oh no. Advance the invasion marker. So from now on we have to draw 3 invasion cards. Draw the bottom card of the invasion deck and put 3 cards on there. That is on Geonosis. 1, 2, 3. All the way over there. And now the hard part. Not that many cards in here. And we have to draw 3 of them now. So I'm thinking this is gonna hurt. There are 2 planets that have 3 droids on them. Let's see. Naboo! Nice, that one is clear. Then we get Ord Mantell. There are now 3 droids over here. So we need to clear that maybe ASAP. And there's a 3rd one on Rishi. Ooh, we can have that one because there are 2 now. And now it's 3. So there are quite some planets now that have 3 droids on them. But at least we've got this card. For now we are kinda safe. So now it's Obi-Wan Kenobi's turn again. Ready all cards. Obi is gonna take out some droids over there. Just in case that planet will be invaded. Boom. 2 successes. Am I gonna make it 3 successes? Well, why not? And I'm gonna use a purple card for that. So 3 successes. 3 droids get removed. And of course I should have drawn the 4 cards first. Maybe I would have a yellow card. Now I have to discard 1 card because I get 1 damage. I will discard the purple card I just used to attack. That was my first action. I'm not able to complete a mission, I think, although I have a discard deal 2 damage on your planet. But again, I want to save those cards just in case we need them for the grand finale. And I want to remove some droids over here. So action 2, action. No, wait. First, I'll draw the cards. Maybe I get a flight card. 1, 2, 3, 4. No flight card, but 2 special cards. Discard 1 Jedi may discard 1 card to draw 3 cards, or discard during action step. The current Jedi does 2 extra actions. Ooh, that is nice. I'll take that one. Also nice to keep for a better moment. So action 2, action 3, and for my 4th and final action I will fight those droids over there. There are 3 of them. Well, they are all vanished now, although it will give me 1 damage, so I have to discard another card. I'll discard another purple one. All clear over here. Villan phase. Stalk. Ventress on the board. Yes, she is. Move the Ventress 1 planet toward the closest mission. That's this one over here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Yeah. So she will move over here to Rhodia. Then invade 3 planets. Number 1. Christophsis. Mayday, Mayday. There are now 3 droids on there. Next one. On the run. Ow. On the run. Over here. Oh. No droids present. Only 1 droid present. And final Geonosis. Ooh, boom. Now we have a problem. Because there are already 3 droids on Geonosis. So now we advance the threat 1 space. And we'll add a blockade to Geonosis. So we can't do anything on Geonosis except for attacking the blockade, which needs 2 damage to destroy. Then it's Luminara's turn again. Ready all cards. She has 7 cards. Can she attempt the mission? Oh. Maybe we can do the orange mission. But then all the Jedi's are moved to Coruscant. That is not too bad. Or I'll simply try to complete the white mission. I need to do 6 damage. I can discard this card for 2 additional damage and use the blue cards. So I only need 2 successes on the die. And if I first draw 2 cards, maybe I will get another blue card. I don't want to use red cards for this mission because then I will get damage, although I can take 1 damage because I have 1 yellow card. And of course I draw red cards, although red cards are useful for completing this mission. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But now I have 1 card too many, so I will remove one of the purple ones. That was the free action. As my first action, I will attempt the mission. I need to do 6 damage. Ooh, nice. That's already 3 success. I can add blue cards to make it 5 success. And with 1 red card, I will make it 6 successes. So the mission is completed. I will get 1 damage from the mission, and when completed, each Jedi suffers 1 damage for each red card they have contributed. I used 1 red card, so I get 2 damage total. I will block 1 damage with the yellow card, and then I will have to remove 1 card, discard it, and I will take the blue one. And there's no new mission to complete, so now we only have to complete this mission, the orange one. And I still have 3 actions left. What am I gonna do about that? I can't fly anymore. As my second action, I will draw 1 card from the draw pile. It's another yellow one. Since I have nothing better to do, I think I'll draw another one. It's a red one. I will have to discard 1 card now because I have too many cards. And as my fourth and final action, I will simply move to Mandalore just in case. That was my turn. Then it's the villain's phase again. Night Sister, Ventress on the board. Check. Move Ventress 1 planet toward the closest mission. That is now the orange one. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Doesn't matter. Each Jedi on a planet or connected. Nope. Draw another villain card. Oops. Assassin. Roll the die. Move Ventress 1 space closer towards the closest mission. Oh. 1, 2. Then each Jedi on a planet or a connected planet suffers 1 damage. Of course. I will take damage with the blue card. Up next, Obi-Wan Kenobi. No, sorry, I need to invade first. I always like to forget that step, but unfortunately we have to Rhodia. We have quite some droids in the supply, so I'm not really concerned about that. We go to Utapau, and the last one goes on the white mission. However, there's no white mission at the moment, so we have a lucky draw. Now it's Obi-Wan Kenobi time. He's really useless where he's standing now. First, let's get him a new card. See if we can get something nice. 4 cards. I have purple, red or yellow. And we need purple and red for the mission. I already have 2 red ones, so let's take a purple one just in case. I have the card that can let me do 2 extra actions, but I suggest we are going to try to complete the mission. However, The villain is on the mission planet, so before we can take on the mission, we'll have to defeat the Ventress, which we want to do anyway, because she's on a mission planet. Action 1, Action 2, Action 3, charge the Ventress, 3 damage needed. Ooh, that's only 1. I'm gonna call in help from Luminara. Discard on the mission planet, add 2 attack to a mission attempt or attack on the mission planet. We're on the mission planet, so I'll discard this card for 2 success. And the green cards you can also play when it's not your turn. So now we have 3 success. Ventress is off the board, so the threat doesn't go down when it's her turn. And as my 4th and final action, I will try to complete the mission. And we will need to do 7 damage, but we can add up both red and purple cards. Hoppa! 2 success. I can tap those cards to make it 5 success. I need 2 more. Therefore, Luminara will help. Exhausting 2 of those cards. And there we are at 7 damage. 7 success. I will get 2 damage, the active player, from the mission. So I will have to discard 2 of those. I will discard the red ones. Doesn't matter, I don't know. Discard 2 red cards. When completed, move all Jedi on Mandalore to Coruscant. Okay. When you've completed all the side missions, all the small missions, you will immediately have to flip over the villain card to see what happens next. So Obi-Wan Kenobi is done. He has taken 4 actions, but before we go to the activate villain, we will flip the Ventress card for the final setup. Place Ventress and both mission markers on Sullust. Sullust is over here. That is nice, that's only 2 planets away. Fill Sullust up to 2 droids. Okay. Return the exclamation marker to the box, because we don't need it anymore. And we're getting into a dogfight. When completed, you win. We need to do 10 damage on the Ventress, and we can add up red. Oh, I just discarded the red cards. Red and blue cards. Okay, so we need to collect a lot of red and blue cards. I have still a card that says deal 2 damage on your planet. So we should be able to do 8 damage somehow when we're both on that planet. So that's our final mission, 10 damage on the villain. And guess what? It's the villain's turn. Ventress on the board, but she's not gonna move because she's already towards the closest mission. And each Jedi on her planet or connected suffers 1 damage. That's not the case. Then we're gonna invade 3 planets. Starting with Moncala. All the way over there. The mission planets. Oops, there are now 3 droids over there. And then we have, here he is again, Coruscant. Oh, that's where we are. Okay. Also not too bad, although we want to remove some of those droids over there. And now it's Luminara's turn again, Luminara. So we need red and blue cards. All other cards are pretty useless. I am standing with Obi-Wan Kenobi, so this is a good time to do my special action. Draw 2 squad cards, then either discard 1 or give that one to another player. We get 2 red cards. That is very nice. 1 for me and 1 for you. 2, 4, 6. I have room for 1 more card. I have 3 red cards, so I can add up 3. So I can add 3 success to my dice roll. +2 from the Bad Batch card. +1. I'd like to collect some more cards of those red ones or maybe blue ones. But I'm also gonna remove some droids from Sullust. Action 1, sorry, action 2. For action 3 I'm gonna attack the droids. That's only 1 success. But I'll exhaust 2 of those purple cards to make it 3 success, so all 3 droids are removed. I will get 1 damage, but that I will prevent with the yellow card. I have 1 action left. I cannot attack the villain, I think. No, I need Obi-Wan Kenobi with me for that, so I'll draw another card as my 4th action. It's another yellow one. That's not too great. Then it's the villain again. Final card of the deck. Ventress is on the board. Yeah, move towards the closest mission where she already is. Invade 3 planets. Number 1, Ryleth. All clear. No problem. Second one, Sullust. See, it's good that we did what we did, otherwise there would be now a blockade and also the threat would go down 1. And then we have Tatooine, no problem, over there. Hey, it's Obi-Wan Kenobi's turn again. Let's start with drawing 4 cards. And we'll get no blue one, but we need blue and red. We have a red card, so we'll take the red one. I can do 4 damage. Luminara can help with 3 damage. Oh, that's not enough. Let's move over there anyway. 1, 2. And I can draw some cards. Maybe I will draw another red or blue card. No, a yellow one. I don't want that. How many cards do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, I guess I'll draw another card. Hopefully it's something good and I can help on the next attack. A red one. Yes, that's what I wanted. So now I can do 5 attack. Let's see if we can make it in the next turn. First we have the villain phase. The draw deck is empty, so we'll reshuffle. We're close, we're getting close. Will it be close enough? Assassin. Roll the die, check, then each Jedi on her planet or connected planet suffers 1 damage. Which I can block this Obi-Wan Kenobi with a yellow card. And also Luminara has a yellow card available. So, okay. No problem at all. Now we have to invade 3 more planets. Hopefully for the last time, starting with Mustafar. Hey, that's a new card. No, that's not possible. We've cleared that planet somewhere before. Nal Hutta. Hol Hutta, Nal Hutta. All clear, no problem. And finally, Dathomir. I think we're seeing some new cards now. Then it's time to finish the game. Let's hope so, at least. She has 7 cards, but I want more cards. So I will draw 2 cards. And we need blue or red cards. And of course we will only get purple cards. I already have 7 cards, so if I should take it I should discard another card. So of course I'm going to discard the purple ones. I need more cards. I need more red cards or blue cards. So for my first action I'll draw a card. That's a blue one. Nice. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 cards that can help with this mission. Obi-Wan Kenobi can help for 3 points is 7. Plus discard to do 2 damage is 9 damage. So we only need to roll 1 damage to complete the mission. Let's go. 1 damage. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey Obi, wanna help? Sure. 6, 7, 8. Discard. Deal 2 damage on your planet. So that would be 10 damage. 10 damage was all that we needed. To kick the Ventress one final time out of the galaxy off the board. We've defeated the Ventress and we immediately win the game. Huzzah! So we made it. That is how you play a solo game of Star Wars The Clone Wars. I think we were quite lucky that all the mission planets were close to each other, so we don't have to run across the board very much. And we had only 1 overrun, so it's a good thing, like I said at the start of the game, to try to avoid having 3 droids on 1 planet, because we only had to move the thread once. My previous game was in Dutch and then I had only 2 droids left, so this game went a little smoother than the previous one. And it did help to have both heroes having to draw extra cards for free. But this is how you defeat Ventress, as she will try to make the game harder by moving towards the closest mission planet. She did succeed in getting there maybe twice this game, but fortunately we were able to kick her off before it was her turn. You can also fight against General Grievous. He has a different game plan when you play against him. He really wants to get all of the droids on the board, as you will see in his deck of cards. As with all villains, they have the Planet Under Siege card, where you move the invasion marker and then add droids to the board and reshuffle the discard pile. There are 2 of these cards, make them suffer. If he's on the board, immediately you have to invade 1 planet. So draw the top card, place a droid over there, so you have more droids on the board. And each Jedi on a planet with an enemy suffers 1 damage, and then may move to a connected planet, but each enemy is either a droid or the villain. Place him on the map, or each Jedi exhausts 1 card for each enemy on the planet. Place another droid on the top card of the discard pile from the invasion deck, or the current Jedi prevents that by getting 1 damage. And if the villain is on board, immediately invade 1 planet, draw another villain card. So this enemy is really about invading planets and putting those droids on the board. And in the final you have to first do 4 damage using purple cards, then you have to confront him using red cards, then blue cards, and finally destroy him by using the red and the purple cards. So you have to defeat him 4 times in a row to defeat him. So by playing against General Grievous there will be much more droids on the board, and you don't want to end your turn with enemies still left on your planet. Then we have Maul. Maul is about getting the threat marker down ASAP. You will use this tracker on this card. Whenever Maul gets 5 power, you advance the threat marker 1 space down, and then you reset the marker to 0. Of course, Maul has the Planet Under Siege card, but there are 2 cards. If Maul is not on the board, you have to put him on the board, and then Maul gains 2 power. Also, Maul gets 1 power. If Maul is on the board, return 1 droid from your supply to the box. So then you have less droids in your supply. And you know, when you have to, I remember when you have to play a droid but you can't, you have to also advance the threat marker 1 space. Roll the die, Maul gets 1 power for each success, and if he's on the board, each Jedi exhausts 1 card also for each success. And last one, doing some damage. The current Jedi takes 1 damage, and if he's on the board, each other Jedi also suffers 1 damage. So it's really about getting those powers up. However, if you defeat Maul by doing 3 damage, you can reduce the power by 3. So, as with all villains, but especially this one, you don't want to have Maul on the board. And finally, we have the count. This will put 3 villains on the board. Both Ventress and Grievous will also be on the board. And at the start of the villain, move each villain 1 planet toward the closest Jedi. So with this mission, which is supposed to be the hardest one, you have 3 villains on the board chasing the players. Of course, the Planet Under Siege card. 2 times the duel card. Each villain deals 1 damage to a different Jedi on their planet. So in this case, maybe you don't want to be with other Jedis on a planet if not necessary. Place 1 droid on each planet with both the Jedi and the villain. Move each villain 1 planet towards the closest Jedi and draw another card. And of course a card to get villains back on the board. And also each Jedi exhausts 1 card for each villain on their planet. And then for the final, you can remove Ventress to the board. You will still need to move each villain 1 planet toward the nearest Jedi at the start of the villain phase. When you defeat Dooku, which has 5 health, he will return to the board straight away at Coruscant, and you will put 1 droid on this card. And when there are 4 cards on this sheet, you win. So you have to defeat him 4 times in a row to win this game. So those are the 4 villains you can fight against, and of course you can make the game harder by putting more missions in the mission deck. This was on the normal to easy side using 4 missions, but you can use up to 5, 6. And if you really want to challenge, even more mission cards first. And although the rulebook says solo you play with 2 characters, feel free to play the game solo with maybe 3 or 4 characters of course. But of course I hope you enjoyed watching this gameplay. If you have any questions about this game, please feel free to ask them in the comments below. My name is David, thank you for watching and hope to see you next time.